viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV. As always, thank you for tuning in. And if you're new to the channel or this is your first time coming across the videos, definitely hit that subscribe button. So as you can tell from the thumbnail, we'll be discussing Jason Holder and Romario Shepherd in this video. Both talented players, in their own right. So we're going to be looking at their recent performances for the West Indies, looking at some stats, and also, discussing, which of them, will be or should be in the West Indies starting lineup based on both stats, recent performances, and also from just an overall team need, right? So stick around to the end of the video while we discuss these players. So there's, like I mentioned earlier, there's no doubt that both Romario Shepherd and Jason Holder are talented. But personally, I don't think there is space in this current West Indies team for both of them to be in the starting lineup, especially with Andre Russell, being a sure pick in the lineup. Both Jason Holder and Romario Shepherd, they bowl at similar pace to Andre Russell, and they're all all-rounders as well. So, having all three of them in the lineup will I don't think it's the best choice for the West Indies, right? It would just make the bowling lineup, the bowling attack, easier to bat against, in my opinion. And even though we see where they played all three of them in the lineup in the Australia series, and it didn't go that well. The bowling definitely, was the weakest point in that Australia series. A lot of runs were scored after bowling. So I definitely don't think, all three of them should be in the lineup for the West Indies, especially with the inclusion of Shamar Joseph in the West Indies lineup. Definitely, means that, all three of them won't be included in the lineup. So if we start by looking at their stats, and I'm not going to do their overall stats, just their stats over the past few years and then in recent matches. So over the past few years, 2 years, so Jason Holder has played in 20 T20 matches for the West Indies, scoring 220 runs at an average of just 16.21, and his strike rate has been 140. So Romario Shepherd, he has played 14 matches, scoring 171 runs at an average of 21.31, and strike rate, similar strike rate to Jason Holder at 142. Right. So as far as their batting performance over the past 2 years, even though Jason Holder has scored more runs, he has also played more matches. So I would give Romario Shepherd the edge as far as their batting over the past 2 years, with an average of 21.37. So that's a point for Romario Shepherd as far as their batting over the past 2 years, right? But in terms of their bowling over the past 2 years, so Jason Holder has played 26 matches, taken 27 wickets at an average of 33.25 and economy of 9.1. Romario Shepherd, he has, played 18 matches, taking 23 wickets at an average of 24.21, and his strike rate, his economy has been 9.3. Right. So even though Holder has taken more wickets, Shepherd, is taking wickets at a better average and a better strike rate as well. But Holder does have the better economy, and economy is also important in T20 cricket because if you can't get the batsmen out, then the next best thing to do is restrict them. So their economy is quite a bit similar, but Holder has the better economy as far as their bowling over the past 2 years. So from a bowling standpoint, you'd also give Shepherd the edge, but that's over a 2-year span, right? Now, if we look at their performances in their last 10 matches for the West Indies, this is where Jason Holder, he has found some form and has done better over the last 10 matches for the West Indies. So as far as their batting, so Jason Holder, he has batted in 7 innings for the West Indies, scoring 87 runs. Scoring 87 runs at an average of 29 and a strike rate of 131. right? Shepherd, on the other hand, he's played 9 matches, scoring 75 runs at an average of 15, but his strike rate is 197. Right, so from a batting standpoint, over the last 10 matches, Jason Holder has definitely done a lot better than Shepherd as far as runs scored. Scored more runs in less innings batted. Definitely a superior average, averaging 29 compared to Shepherd just 15. But Shepherd's strike rate is way superior to Jason Holder's strike rate. So in terms of batting over the last 10 matches that they played for the West Indies, Jason Holder definitely has the edge there. And recent form or recent performances definitely will weigh a lot in the decision making of the coaching staff when they are deciding which one of these players to include in the lineup. In the IPL, we did see Shepherd in the IPL, scoring a blistering, I think it was 39 off 10 balls in the IPL. But that was his only notable contribution with the bat in the IPL. It was a brilliant innings. But he hasn't really featured much in the IPL since. And since then, we've seen Jason Holder score a brilliant century in the English Championship. It was, even though it was a 4-day competition, he scored it at a very fast pace. It was 123 off 110 balls. So, he is in good form with the bat going into the West Indies camp and in the World Cup as well. So, Jason Holder definitely has the edge from a batting standpoint currently, based on current form and even recent performances against Australia as well, where he scored 34 and 28 in 2 of the matches, and his strike rate against Australia was above 200 as well. So he has performed with the bat recently for the West Indies. So he definitely has the edge as far as batting goes when it comes to recent performances, both in the English Championship and recent performances against Australia. In terms of bowling, so they both have played 10 matches. Jason Holder has taken 11 wickets at an average of 36.18, so very high average. And his economy has been 10.33. Romario Shepherd, on the other hand, he has taken 15 wickets from his 10 matches at an average of 23, and his economy was 9.35, right? So from a bowling standpoint, in their most recent matches, Romario Shepherd, definitely has the edge over Jason Holder. Jason Holder's bowling, it has not been good. Let's put it that way, right? Definitely has to improve on his bowling in the T20 format, but his batting has been good, right? So from a bowling standpoint, Romario Shepherd definitely has the edge, in my opinion, over Jason Holder in recent performances. And I think the series against South Africa will go a long way in determining which of these players will be included in the lineup, at least for the first few matches. Obviously, whichever one of them gets in the lineup, if they don't perform well in the matches that they play, then they can be replaced by the other one. And so the South Africa series will play a huge part for the coaching staff, when they decide which of these players to include in the lineup. So we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. I think so, and like I said, it will also come down to what the team needs, right? So Shepherd has the edge in terms of bowling right now, based on recent form, and Jason Holder has the edge in terms of batting based on recent form. So even though they are both all-rounders, they will be picked to play a particular role, right? So if the team, I think if the team requires more of a bowling performance from the role that they're playing, then they might go with Shepherd. But if it's in terms of batting, then I think they will go with Jason Holder. Not that Shepherd can't bat, but again, like I said, based on recent performances, both in the T20 series against Australia and Jason Holder's form in the English Championship, you know, he's in better form. So, you know, if it's batting that the team is looking for, then I think they will go with Jason Holder. But we definitely will have to wait and see how the South Africa series plays out as well, how they perform with both the bat and the ball. But so that's just my opinion right now, that if the team is looking for more batting in that role, then Jason Holder will get the nod. But if it's bowling, then Romario Shepherd will get the nod. So, but that's all I have for you in this video. But definitely share your thoughts in the comment section as well. You know, let me know what you think, you know, of these two players, which of them you think will make it in the lineup, and not only which of them will make it in the lineup, but why you think they will make it in the lineup over the other player. As usual, thank you for tuning in. Definitely like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video.